In this video, I'm going to show you what a comparative and superlative is, when to use them, and how to create them in English. Let's start with the comparatives. We use the comparatives to compare one thing to another thing. Let's use the adjective fast to create an example. My car is faster than your car. To create a comparative sentences, we have to check first if the adjective is short or long. We consider short when it has one or two syllables, like in fast, short, thin, big, cheap, easy, funny, or old. For short adjectives, we create a comparative sentence by adding er at the end of the adjective and then. Look at the example. My dad is older than my mom. My sister is thinner than me. There are two spelling rules here that you have to remember. 1. When an adjective has only one syllable and ends in consonant plus vowel plus consonant, we double the last consonant. For example, thin, thinner than. Big, bigger than. 2. When the adjective ends in y, then change y for ier, like in easy. The comparative is easier than. Or funny, funnier than. Let's see how we create a comparative sentence when the adjective is long. We say an adjective is long when it has more than two syllables, like intelligent, expensive, interesting, or careful. Then we create a comparative sentence by adding more before the adjective and then after the adjective. Look at the examples. This house is more expensive than my house. Tim is more intelligent than Susan. If you want to say the opposite, then use less. For example, this house is less expensive than my house. Tim is less intelligent than Susan. If you want to say that both things are equal, then use as plus adjective plus as. Look at the examples. This house is as expensive as my house. This exam is as easy as the previous exam. Now let's see the superlatives. To create a superlative sentence, we have to check first if the adjective is short or long. We consider short when it has one or two syllables, like big or fast, and we consider it long when it has more than two syllables, like intelligent, expensive. For short adjectives, we create a superlative sentence by adding est at the end of the adjective and the before the adjective. Look at the example. My dad is the oldest person in my family. Tokyo is the biggest city in the world. Again, remember that there are two spelling rules. 1. When an adjective has only one syllable and ends in consonant plus vowel plus consonant, we double the last consonant. For example, thin. We add the thinnest. Or big. The biggest. 2. When the adjective ends in y, change y for iest, like in easy. The superlative is the easiest. Or funny, the funniest. To create a superlative sentence, we add the most before the adjective. Look at the examples. The house is the most expensive house on the street. Brian is the most intelligent kid in my class. If you want to say the opposite, then use least. For example, this house is the least expensive house on the street. Now there is something you have to remember. There are some exceptions. When the adjective is good, the comparative is better than, and the superlative is the best. When the adjective is bad, the comparative is worse than, and the superlative is the worst. When the adjective is far, the comparative is further than, and the superlative is the furthest. Look at the examples. I am better than my brother at basketball. Manchester United is the best team in the world.